Aquarius men, hello darlings. So, first, this is for November 2021. First off, I want to say, with these cards here, Justice and the Five of Swords reverse, there's a lack of integrity and not doing what is right by others here. And Justice reversed with the Seven of Swords is shirking responsibility and trying to get away with something that you know you should not be, or this is your partner doing this. Now, let's get into the Eight of Swords in your innermost thoughts, emotions. So basically, you feel trapped, restricted in your circumstances. You might be in an unfulfilling job or an abusive relationship, or one where there's just, well, obviously there's lies. Because there's some truth you need to speak here, Aquarius men, to somebody. And it could be a Scorpio, because in your hopes you have the Death card, which is the card of Scorpio, and it does come up in your advice cards I pulled as well. So your thoughts and beliefs aren't serving you anymore. You could be overthinking things, creating negative patterns, or limiting yourself by considering the worst case scenario. It's time to get out of your head and let go of those thoughts and beliefs. There is a way out of your current predicament. Someone can help you here. A Scorpio woman can help you because it's in your advice cards, but you're not letting them. Be open to finding answers rather than getting stuck in a problem is basically what the Eight of Swords is saying. Now, with the Five of Swords reversed in your challenge for the month, I basically feel like you're not telling somebody everything that you're going through, and you need to. That's what I feel like this is. Let's get into it. So first off, I'm going to say the Five of Swords with the Nine of Cups reversed. Somebody here could be acting out of greed and selfishness. It could be in a job or career situation for some of you. The Five of Swords, well, yeah, that's basically what it is. But anyway, this speaks for times when you've tried to argue to the end, only to realize that you'll lose no matter what. You've been pushing and pushing, but whoever is on the other end is not listening. And no doubt they feel the same. You're both fighting to win at the expense of the other person. And when you're in this oppositional posture, you end up feeling awful, win or no win. As a card of conflict, tension, and disagreement, this card reverse shows that you want this period of fighting to be over so you can forgive and forget, and then focus your energies on more constructive activities, such as restoring your relationship back to normal. You realize that there can only be losers in this battle, and you want to move on. For some of you, this can express conflict in your life that you have tried to walk away from, but which continues to follow you, especially with the Justice reversed in your advice for relationships. There may be an ex in your life, still in your life, that's making things difficult, preventing you from moving to a new relationship. It's just the advice here is to avoid this person or situation. You may be particularly worried that history might repeat itself or that you could get hurt again. Aim to forgive and forget those so you can indeed move on. There may be some residual resentment or from a recent past argument with someone close to you. You've had some very challenging and heated conversations together. You still harbor negative emotions from these discussions. If the conflict remains unresolved and unaddressed, it might be impacting your ability to create a harmonious relationship. Okay, now for others of you, this being reversed, well, I don't think that's it. It's because I'm not going to say the positive side of this card because it's in your challenge, so it's not the positive. Now, the Five of Swords with the Death card in the same reading. This could be you are keen to make a fresh start with someone you have battled against, disagreed with, or disliked. Let's move on to the Seven of Swords in your romantic life. So, there could have been an affair, basically. Somebody in your situation. Could have been with a Scorpio. You could still be married and want to move on with a Scorpio. Like, get away with that. kind of thing. But this says be careful if you are acting unethically, as you are likely to be caught out. Justice will be served, especially with the Wheel of Fortune in what's coming towards you, and it's reversed. That's like the wheel of karma. What goes around comes around. So make sure that you're being truthful in whatever situation you're going through and with all people involved. Okay, Wheel of Fortune reversed. Let's talk about that and what's coming towards you. I basically already talked about that, the lack of integrity, doing what you need to do, what's right. Don't try to get away with something that you know you shouldn't be, that kind of thing. That's basically all that. It's fighting change or resisting change. Some of you need to be more flexible as well. Your luck or fortune might take a turn for the worst. You may experience unexpected change, and or negative forces could be at play. You can do nothing and hope things will get better, or you can act to improve your situation. Opportunity to take control of your destiny and get your life back on track are here with this card. Consider what role your earlier actions have played in your present circumstances. Even when you think everything is beyond your control, there's often something you could have done differently that might have changed where you're at now. This can also reflect, like I said, resistance to change, particularly if you feel that it's forced upon you. Significant stress may be going on for you right now. You may be trying to consciously or subconsciously stop events from running their course. But change is going to come either way. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You can't really stop it. On a positive note, with this Wheel of Fortune and what's coming in for you, this could mean that you are finally breaking a negative cycle that has been present in your life. Perhaps you realized your own actions and have created a repetitive situation, and now you're ready to break free from the cycle. For some of you, this may flow naturally following a period of introspection and self-discovery, especially with the Death card being in your hopes. If it does not represent a Scorpio, it just represents the need for transformation, leaving old ways of thinking, doing behind, and coming into the new you. Moving away from any limiting beliefs, limiting emotion, negative emotions that are holding you back in that Eight of Swords energy. Moving away from that into calmer waters. Justice being reversed in your advice for love relationship. It's just basically being fair, compromising, telling the truth, all of that. When it's reversed, it's unfairness, lack of accountability, dishonesty. So I don't really need to go more in depth with that. Your advice with the Nine of Cups reversed in your career. There could be competition, conflict going on here. Sometimes getting what you want means alienating people along the way. All right. Now, Nine of Cups reversed. Are you guys pursuing material gain at the expense of your spiritual growth or emotional fulfillment? An example of that, you might own the most expensive home or car on the block, but you never see your friends and family and are pretty miserable. This can be saying reconsider what you're wishing for and align it with your highest good. You may have lost touch with what's important to you, instead favoring ego and chasing what will impress others. Now, this card can also state, instead of looking outside yourself for happiness, you should search within. The Death card is about that as well. Do what will make you happy, this says. This could be that you are frustrated that your wishes are not coming true, but it's saying to take action on them if they're not, basically. It's a reminder also to not overindulge at the expense of your health and well-being. Keep everything in moderation and focus on the long-term consequences of your actions, even if they bring short-term pleasure. Okay, there could be a need for planning and foresight in this situation. Now, let's get to your advice cards, Aquarius. Oh, I also want to tell you with the Eight of Swords, somebody's lying in this situation. It could be you, it could be somebody else, but if it is you, you now know that you should probably speak the truth, especially with the Wheel of Fortune there, because that means it's just eventually going to come out anyway. Some of you are really struggling, I know that, so I feel for you and I hope you can get through it. Some of you need to leave a situation and not go back to it. You're hoping to see someone again. It could be a Scorpio. There's a need here to forgive with the Six of Swords being in what you need to forgive and then move on from it so you can move out of that headspace and into a better one. And you need to tell somebody a lot of things, but you're not doing it. Like I said, could be a Scorpio. Let's go to your advice cards. With the Eight of Swords, money will be coming in for you. With the Five of Swords as your challenge, it's time to leave this situation. We already discussed that. With the Seven of Swords, a lawsuit will go in your favor. With the Wheel of Fortune reversed, your investment idea is a good one. With the Death card, with the Wheel of Fortune, manipulative. Like I said, if you're being manipulative, whoever it is needs to come clean. This person wants you physically, but nothing deeper. You could. Now, that doesn't have to be sexual, by the way. That can be you or your partner just want the relationship because of the stability, because of it's safe, that kind of thing, instead of, getting out of it and finding actual true soulmate connection with somebody. That's what that could mean, okay? Now, with the Six... Did I already say the Six? No, I didn't. Okay. With the Six of Swords, there's someone around you that wants to help. I asked who it was, and Scorpio female came out. An opportunity to grow your business is coming. Could be with a Scorpio female for some of you. And also the person you're asking about does love you and want a deeper commitment. All right, let's move on to the Justice card reversed. This person isn't allowing you to grow. They want a divorce. Let's move on to the Nine of Cups reversed. Go for it. What are you waiting for? It won't be here for long. You're hoping for Scorpio. You're not going for it. Could relate to a work and love relationship, like I said. All right, that's all I have for you, Aquarius men. This came out as clarity on the Eight of Swords, but I already discussed that. So I hope you guys can work through this. It's always best to tell the truth, even if it is scary or you risk losing some kind of stability. It's you're not happy in the situation anyway, so that's pretty much your only option, whoever this is doing this. But there's someone that wants to help, so if you need help, why don't you just take the help and move on. Okay, so that's all I got for you. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. I would greatly appreciate it.